Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the basics of JavaScript. So let me start from the basics and then we will proceed with a few basic programs and then we will go and understand more about JavaScript and uh, how we can start learning JavaScript from basics to advanced. So in this session, I'm going to cover what is JavaScript and how we can make use of JavaScript in what ways, and also I'm going to show about the application in which we are going to write some code. All right. So let me start with what is JavaScript. JavaScript, as you know, it's one of the most powerful and widely used programming language in the world right now. Earlier, JavaScript was only used to build interactive web pages, but right now we are using it for creating many more web applications and mobile applications. So in today's world, we can create web applications, mobile applications, and real-time networking applications, and also games with the help of JavaScript language. Earlier, JavaScript was only designed to run on the browser, and this is something which I'm going to show you on the browser, which is Chrome, which we are going to use it in this tutorial. So basically, what we have is in every browser, no matter if it is Google Chrome or Firefox, we will have something called JavaScript engine that will help us execute the JavaScript code. Okay, so so far you can imagine in Chrome we have the JavaScript engine with the name V8. Okay, and in Chrome in Firefox we have JavaScript engine with some different name. Okay, so let me start this tutorial by helping you to install the editor. Okay, we have a lot of editors in the market right now. Okay, just to name for an example, Sublime Text, Spider Monkey, and VS Code editor. Okay, in this tutorial, I'm going to use VS Code editor. Let me help you in downloading the VS Code editor and let me show you how we can download it. And then I'll take you up slowly and help you in understanding how we can write our first code. Okay? All right. So to help you in downloading the JavaScript code editor, which is VS Code, Visual Studio Code Editor. So this is the website, okay? And you can go to this website and you can, as per your operating system, you can download Windows or maybe Mac, okay? Or maybe if you're using Linux as the OS. So you can use any one of them and you can download it. And once you download it, so this will be the platform or this is the interface what you will be seeing it. Okay. So from here on, I'm going to show you how we can practice or how we can start learning JavaScript from scratch. So here, if you can see at the top left, we will have five options, which is File, Edit, Selection, View, Go. So when you click on File, and you can click on Open Folder, okay? And if you can see, I have already created a folder with the name JavaScript Codes for Beginners. So you can select it, and you can select the folder, and here we are in. So and on the left hand side, you can see JavaScript course for beginners. So you can see this is the one, but if you can see there are no files, it's an empty folder. So let's start creating it. So when you click on new file, you need to name the file, right? So how we usually do it when you are creating any folder on your local computer, right? So here, let's start with index.html. So first, what we are going to do is we are going to create index.html. Okay, we need to write some basic program in HTML because that will act as a host, right? So once we name it, just click on hit enter, and you can see some HTML got created, and here we need to write something. So here in the visual editor, you need to type HTML, right? Or maybe what you can do is and then hit enter, and then hit enter. You will have some basic code of the HTML, right? So let's save this, right? Now how we are going to write JavaScript code. Okay, so initially, like we can actually write it. Show you something here. So when you open a browser, when you right click on any page, go to inspect, right? And when you go to console, here some code. So let me help you with the basic programming text what we usually type, which is hello world. Console.log hello world. Okay, enter. Then hit enter. See, now we are getting the response, which is hello world, right? So, and also if you are typing alert, type this is an alert, okay, and then hit enter. See, if you can see at the top, this is an alert. It says it's just prompt us saying that this is an alert. So we can actually practice JavaScript language on the console, but this is not something what we in the real world. We need to type some sort of code in the editor, right? And then we have to name the file. We have to link it with the actual HTML file or the CSS file, and that's how we create it. So let me come back to the Visual Studio, right? So here, if you can see, this is the HTML, and let me also go and download one extension, which is the live server. So basically, this server will act as a web server, which will host our HTML file, right? So you can just go to extensions, and you can search for live server. You can click on this, you can download it, because since I have installed it already, it is asking me to install it, which I'm not going to do it. So you can click on install, all right, your VS Code editor, and it should be good. Once we are back, let me try and see if I can. So when you right click on the in the middle of the screen, you will have the option which says open with live server. Once you click on this, it says starting. Let's see uh, if it starts. If not, then we will go ahead and open this file manually. Okay, looks like it worked. As you can see at the top, it has the local IP, and then followed by the index.html, right? So this is how it looks like. But if you can see, it's an empty page. So let's type something. Let's put some information in here. Okay. So here we have the body section. So let's hit a let let's enter something here. So h1, which is the head. Okay. Hello world, and click on save. If you go back, so this is the hello world what it says, right? So when you go back here, uh, here, uh, as you know, this is the tutorial for JavaScript, not HTML, but we need HTML as a host to write something so that we can implement our logic, right? So here to write some JavaScript code, what actually we need is JavaScript file. So here we have two ways of creating JavaScript file here. Okay, so here one thing what we can do is we can so this is the best practice. Ideally we if it's an external code or external third-party code which we have to attach it or which we have to link it, then we usually link it in the head section. But if not, then it should be the body section where we put it. Okay, so here what we do is we use script. Okay, and then we put whatever we have, right? So let's say if we have to type some JavaScript code, so it should be console.log followed by hello world, the message, and then click on save. When you go back to the browser, right click on this, go to inspect. If you remember in the previous um, this thing like the browser, we went to the console tab, right? When you go to the console tab, so this is the message what we are able to see now, right? We have not entered it, we have entered it here, but it is showing up here, right? So this is where our JavaScript code runs. Okay. So now if you can see, this is basically this is what the string, what we call as a string. This is the log. So basically we're logging this message on the console. Okay. So this is the console, right? So it's pretty simple. There is one more way how we can. So right now, if you can see, we are putting JavaScript code in middle of the HTML code. So sometimes like we have uh, lengthy codes or we have thousands lines of codes where we have to type the HTML and then followed by JavaScript. So it gets sometimes messy. So this is something what we have to do. Basically, what we can do is the way we have created the .html file, we can actually go ahead and create the JavaScript file as well. And then we can link index.html with .js file so that it both uh, links and then runs it, correct? So let's start this way, all right? So here, if you can see, we have created a .html file. So let's create one more file, which is uh, let's name it index.js, okay? And then hit enter. So this is the JavaScript file. So let's do one thing. Let's take this message and then copy paste it here, save it, go back, just remove this message from here, right? Here, what we have to do, so right now, what we did is we just entered the message what we have wrote it in .html, which is for JavaScript. But how do we link it? So right now we have this tag, right? We have this tag. Here, what we have to do is we have to put space, just type src, which is source, hit enter. Here we have to write the name of the file. What do we have here? If you can see, it says index.js. Just save it, right? And then go back, refresh it. See, this is what it says. To confirm it, let's try to change some message here. Hello world 2. Save it, go back, and this is what it says. So it means our JavaScript code is running absolutely fine, right? The moment we change the message here, it is actually getting synced with the HTML code and it is showing the exact ones. If you can see this one, so this is the hello world message which we have mentioned in our .html code, right? So if you can see, we are finally able to write some sort of code by printing, which is printing the hello world message on the console with the help of JavaScript, right? So in this video, this is it. In the upcoming session, I'll share more informative videos. For this, I would definitely need your support. Please subscribe my channel. Please uh, write some topics in which you need some tutorials, some basic tutorials. I'm going to start from scratch and I'm going to go slowly and steadily and will share more topics about the advanced topics what we have in JavaScript. So this is the playlist which I'm going to maintain only for JavaScript. There is another playlist for the DevOps where you can learn more about how we can create file in Linux, how you can start learning DevOps in a very simpler way. All right. So please do support my channel. Please write topics where you need some help so that I can get some idea and I can make some good videos about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll come up with more informative videos. So please do watch this playlist, and I'll come up with more videos one by one. All right. Thank you so